Hi, and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about prepping and my top 10 things for the Ren Fest. So, Ren Fair season is upon us finally again, and I am obsessed with going, obviously. I love shopping, I love dressing up, I love supporting artists, I love seeing shows. It's just such a great time for me and my community, and I love it. So, as I'm dressed as a pirate today, we're going to talk about 10 things slash items that I really think that you should have and think about when preparing to go to a Ren Fair this year. My first three items that we're going to talk about are actually things that have to do with your body temperature. So my first big thing is having a little pocket fan, non-mechanical specifically, because I don't know, the mechanical ones kind of ruin the vibe and you have to charge them and or bring batteries, and that's just too much hassle. I use one of the hand fans that you can get either at the actual fair or beforehand. This fan specifically is from an anime show, and then the holster is from an Etsy shop. I will link the Etsy shop, but you can also buy these normally at the fair itself. And I normally keep my friend a fair badge on it as well. These are absolutely phenomenal. I have them like on every single outfit. Just put it on my little belt loop. And this one specifically has like a detachable front so that if I ever need to remove it or just forget to put it on in the first place, it's easy to put. And I love it's so fun. It's so sassy, plus great prop for photos. My item number two is going to be a skirt hike moment. So I have made an entire video on these gorgeous, gorgeous little accessories. But if you don't know what these are little things that attach to your belt, corset, or your waist in general. And they will allow you to clip up fabric and or like your skirt, your dress, your kilt, whatever you could be wearing to provide some airflow down below. And it is really refreshing. It's really nice. It can also add a lot of chemistry and fabric textures to go around on your costume. I love them so much. I have, like I said, made a whole video. I'll be linking it down below. But these are cute little ones that I have. This is your traditional skirt hike. It just kind of hooks in between the two rings. And then we've got this one, which is completely just one clip kind of moment. These both attach specifically to belts, and I really love them. They just go right here. Airflow, cute, love it. And you can even just have these on your belt without hiking up your dress or skirts as your original plan, but just have it as an option for if it gets too hot, too musky, too dusty, dirty, you know, stuff happens. And it's a great little way to keep cool. Number three, I don't know if it's available at every single Ren Fair, but is available at my Ren Fair specifically, and this is going to be a body chiller. This is a very, very simple way to keep yourself cool throughout the fair, and it is a refillable metal tube that you fill up with ice, and it is just a way to keep your core body temperature down. This is used in a way that is just like put into your corset, put into your cleavage, and it helps cool you down. If you don't have girls, then you can get a necklace that it actually straps into. You can also make one yourself. This is extremely versatile, and on cold days, you can actually get hot water in this, and it'll warm you up. It's just a great little thing. I've had mine for so long. The corks do tend to die every now and then, so you got to get a new one, but that just means that you get a new little accessory moment. I have had mine for like 6 years and it is still in pretty good condition, so it is definitely worth it. It was only like $35 when I bought it too. I love it. Anyway, we are moving right on to another little good thing to purchase if you plan to go to the Ren Fair more than a few times. And to start off by a few things that I think you should purchase if you go is going to be a good leather belt. Yes, you can get like a faux leather, you can get like a chain belt like I'm currently wearing, but if you plan to attend the Ren Fair often, you know that things kind of pile up on your belt loops. So this one is from Zen Zebra Designs, and it is a custom gorgeous, beautiful leather belt. And this is actually one that I use for my Loki cosplay and probably going to be using for a ton of other looks. And it is just so reliable. It is fit to me, and it's just an amazing quality item. If you shell out money on actual leather goods, they last forever. And I just absolutely adore these. I highly recommend getting a nice, sturdy black belt or brown belt, depending on your color preference. I used this all season last year, and it was one of the best pre-fair purchases that I made because it was so reliable. Like, I was using an Amazon bot belt for the longest time, and it's just not worth it. It's not. Get yourself a nice one. It will stay forever. I wear this to work, and I absolutely adore it. And one thing that goes on your belt that if you go to the Ren Fair a lot, you will see everyone having, and that is a specialized mug. Now, my mug, as y'all know, is a kind of expensive combo. It's the mug itself, a straw that I get, my little topper, and the hook. Now, this is a very specific mug that is good with cold and hot liquid. Not every mug is made the same, so please keep that in mind. This one ran me close to $100, I'm pretty sure, and it's a very unique, one of a kind of pattern, and I cover it with this cute little mushroom for the coverage because bugs and bees are a thing, especially if you're drinking mead, Gatorade, or anything sweet. Creepy crawlers just find their way in. So a mug is a huge part of just like who you are as a Ren Fair goer. I don't know why, but I really do like it. And it's just so fun to have like a specialized mug that's recognizable to me as a person. I get a lot of people that recognize the mug specifically, which I think is so freaking funny. And I don't know, it's just cute. It's a cute little thing. You don't have to shell out as much money as I did. Heck, you could even just use a metal mug, a regular like ceramic mug, like anything that you want to use. I think it's really great for just having water, mead, wine, whatever you drink at the fair. It's just one of those little huzzah things that everyone does, and I absolutely adore it. Speaking of huzzah things that everyone does, let's talk about trinkets and trinket trading. But let me grab my trinkets to show you what I mean. So, a lot of fairs have started the trinket trading policies. And at the fair I go to specifically, there is a few policies that you have to follow whenever you are trinket trading. One of those is that you can only carry about 25 trinkets at a time. They can't replicate any vendor specific things, and they can't have like a glass vial involved in it in any way. You also can't make trinkets in the fairgrounds because that's a little weird and you don't want to take away from the artists. So, this is what I did this year. I have my iconic neon worms on a string, and they are all on safety pins with upcycled beads on them. And I absolutely adore this. Last year, I just was giving away regular worms on a string, but then I was inspired by somebody else that was trinket trading that had them on like a star and a clip, and I absolutely love it. And it's part of my fair accessory kit now. But these are now going to be like clippable so that you can just have them. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to take all of these, and I probably will end up making more throughout the season since there's like so many weekends, and I doubt this is like enough for me personally. Another few things to keep in mind about trinket trading is not everyone is involved in the trinket trading like scene. So whenever you are gifting, don't always expect something in return just because like it's a little much to be like, well, I gave you something, give me something. You can always ask if they're in the trinket trading circuit, or there are certain badges that you can wear to make people aware that you are trinket trading. But the whole thing is just to have fun and share love of silly little things like this at the fairgrounds. I know it's become extremely popular at conventions as well. It's very similar to the ribbon like badge aspect that we can see paralleling in most conventions now. So yeah, I think it's really fun. I absolutely love it. I will definitely do a whole dedicated video about like trinkets and what I traded for this year, because I think it would be really fun. But yeah, here is the trinket trading stuff that I do. I think it's fun. On to the next one. Now we are into the section about what to actually do at the fair. Now, obviously, there's the joust, there's shows, but a few things that I highly recommend doing are the tasting experiences. At my local fair, there is beer and wine tasting, and they are so freaking fun. You get to try 5 different beers or wines, and you get a whole little charcuterie spread, and it's also a really good educational time. I absolutely adored the one that I was able to attend last year. In fact, I did also do a YouTube video on the breakdown of it. If you want to see that, I will link it down below. But it's just so fun. I loved being a part of that like little space. It feels inclusive but still relaxed, and it's just really awesome. I plan to do one or two this year as well, cuz why not? You also get to keep a little souvenir glass, and I just love it so much. There is the beer and wine tasting, but there's also tons of other little like craft shows that you can pay to participate in specifically. I believe there's a glass blowing. At certain fairs, you can actually build a dagger and or a sword, which is really awesome. And it's just an amazing way to learn a skill or learn some stuff while having a good little treat as well. Speaking of treats, here are a couple suggestions at what to have at my local fair, aka Scarborough. I forgot to mention it throughout this video, but there we go, it is Scarborough. I personally love the veggie calzones. They are so good. And then the beer fries. The beer fries are actually so surprisingly amazing. And this one's going to be obvious, but people pass it up, and I don't understand why. But the candied nuts. I personally love the pecans. Ooh, they are so delicious. But don't be afraid to try some of the Ren Fair food. Some of it is a little gimmicky, obviously, but it's really fun to experience the foods in an outdoor setting, in a costume, in the entire kind of vibe of a Ren Fair. I am so excited for this year. Let me know if you have gone to a Ren Fair or are going to one this year, and I hope to see you guys next time that I post. I know I've been a little inconsistent lately. I have been transitioning jobs, as you might know from my life update video, and I'm finally figuring out a consistent schedule now that I have transitioned fully over. I might cut back posting to twice a month just to give myself a little bit of a mental break and be able to still feel creative and motivated to post and create content for y'all here. And I hope that you understand that little transition, but I'm still hoping to do little vlogs every now and then. In fact, I have a lot of content planned specifically around the fair just because it is a true passion of mine. And I hope you stick around to watch it and stick around for all of my social medias. Of course, you can find me on everything else you can imagine because I am addicted to attention, as cosplayers do be. Anyway, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in whatever I post next. See ya! Shout out to all of my supporters on Patreon, including those in my Mr. Stark tier, like Lewis and John. Thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you next time.